Mysterious beings that are sewn into our myths and legends. We constantly hear old stories about spirits, monsters, and even government conspiracy each and every day. But most of the tales are run through little shreds of paper found on the sides of the road, leading to a much bigger truth. What is the truth that everybody is trying to reach? That is what I want to find out. My name is Dakota Franson. Tune into my show, Journals of Supernatural Adventure, every other Saturday as I reveal information straight from the journals of my paranormal investigation team, the Paranormal Raider Force. With the information that we have found, and by making the connections through the work of our colleagues, we bring forward a new look to old topics and plant the seeds for new topics to bring to question, while maintaining the logic that is losing touch with the purpose of alternative research. If you believe that you are ready to take a listen to our show, sit down, turn out all the lights, and see what is really going on in the shadows. Welcome to Journals of Supernatural Adventure.
Time is of the essence, my friends. If the rumors are true, then we are close to the beginning of a new age of mankind. Remember how in our favorite television shows, the bad guys always try to take over the world, but they were quickly brought to an end by a superhero, with all of humanity carrying on without a care? Of course, this is just a concept of the media industry, right? Just stories from psychopaths, controversy meant to stir up sales, anything to bring in the crowds. But what if those kind of conspiracies had truth? What if I were to tell you that one society has been in power for thousands of years, is about to try to change the path of human evolution that we are about to take, and they have been telling us our plans through our favorite media outlets? Ever notice how there have been certain images that can be seen across several films that are completely unrelated in any way? Ever wonder how references to occult figures can be found in popular songs? It's all part of one idea: to wire the masses into the ideal goal. Want to find out more? And keep listening as Journals of Supernatural Adventure plays on right now. My name is Dakota Franson, and tonight we reveal the grand poobah of conspiracy in the final piece of the Alien miniseries. In the last few episodes, you heard information about extraterrestrials, mysterious government agents, and hints of secret societies that have been influencing our governments throughout history. Tonight, we tie it all together. Wars, hidden messages, FEMA camps, the Great Pact, even Nostradamus' prophecy. All of it points to one objective: a new world order. But the truth is, when you look at the history of these alleged secret societies, their goals aren't all that evil. Each society has shared one common goal: to improve mankind. But the thing is, though, the ideals they wanted to achieve when initially brought together have been corrupted. How would I know? Well, here's where it all starts. There have been many societies hidden in the shadows of history, but truthfully, there has only been one that held any ground whatsoever. The Illuminati, Freemasons, Masonic, whatever you want to call them. Their symbolism is everywhere. Video games, movies, music, television, even on the back of the American dollar bill. Now their origins are quite distorted, so it is hard to tell who is who. In fact, the original member of the Illuminati is said to be found in the Bible as the seventh son of Adam. If you go to the time after the Great Flood, some say that the original Freemason was Nimrod. No, he wasn't an idiot like we use the term today, but in fact he was the one that is credited with the original Illuminati principles. Those of you who don't know who Nimrod is, he is said to be the guy that helped build the Tower of Babel. Now, to make a long story short, he is also the person that initially came up with the idea of a one-world government. He was the one that wanted to start a United Nations of sorts. However, one thing stood in his way: God. It is said that when God caught wind of Nimrod's ideas, he came down and changed the languages of the people, and the people spread out across the globe so that a one-world government could not be achieved. Now, as we all know, language barriers can be incredibly difficult to break through, even in the modern age with all the technology that translates. So just imagine how difficult it was back then. This event caused the Illuminati push to go underground. That is why it's difficult to tell who they are to this very day. Another factor that plays into their ideals is the fact that several groups have taken the name of Illuminati. There are connections to why each group was created, but they are very weak. And because of that fact is why information about the Illuminati are so scattered. Tonight I wish to focus on a group that has allegedly been pushing for a new world order, starting with the United States. This group is known as the Bavarian Illuminati. More after these messages.
Now available on Amazon.com. Hauntings from the Snake River Plain. Over 250 pages of spooky tales from all around southern Idaho. You can read about mysterious caves, visitations from mysterious strangers, a haunted elementary school, and much more. Buy a copy and look on page 243 to see a special surprise. A segment of the book dedicated to Dakota Franson of the Paranormal Raider Force. If you're in the state of Idaho, keep watching our pages to look for information for book signings all around the state. More information will be posted on the book's website, provided in the further information link in the episode description.
Have you or someone you know ever been in an abusive relationship from someone in your love life? In the pursuit of ending domestic violence, the Paranormal Raider Force has joined in the creation of a book made with the intention of showing young teens the red flags of potentially abusive relationships to help prevent further loss of life in the chase for love. You can send in your stories by falsifying any names involved in your struggle. If you wish to send in your story, please read the guidelines in the link provided in the episode description. Again, you are free to falsify any names to help keep your privacy safe. Safety is most important in this approach.
Hello everyone, this is Dakota Franson from the Paranormal Raider Force. I am here to announce a very exciting project we are working on. Yes, I know I've already made the announcement for our upcoming documentary. But truthfully, I had no idea what I should do for the project. After some thinking, I finally know what needs to be done. In this radio broadcast, I proudly announce Phase 1 of Operation Sunset Rose. Phase 1 is titled Assemble the Pieces. Why? Because there are a few things I still need in order to make this event a success. Those pieces include some equipment and cover some rental fees for a couple locations I have in mind to help make this run more professionally. Go to the episode description link and to find out more. And welcome back to Journals of Supernatural Adventure. My name is Dakota Franson, and tonight we answer all the questions about the infamous Illuminati. Who are they? What is their agenda? These answers and more on tonight's episode dedicated to unraveling the mysteries behind the Illuminati. Before the break, I mentioned a society known as the Barbarian Illuminati, founded on May 1st of 1776 by Adam Weishaupt. Weishaupt was very knowledgeable of the cult and managed to work in several of its symbols into his organization. Not only that, but he was very active in German Masonic lodges, in which he found the perfect tool for recruitment, in which he would describe as the highest rankings of Masonry. This organization was founded upon two major goals: destruction of religion, to replace it with a religion of logic and humanism. And the second goal, the much more focused idea that everyone is complaining about, the push to forward a new world order by eliminating all world governments run by the Illuminated ones. As I mentioned, the record of the Illuminati is slim, but their presence is well known, as high members of several world organizations started to unite under this cause, influencing many wars of our past and present. But how is it possible to know which wars are which, since not all government figures are members of the Illuminati? In fact, how we can tell who is a member and who is not. Here's what we know. If you ever wonder on how to find evidence of Illuminati presence, it's best to look for their symbols. Probably the best known example would be the all-seeing eye. Taken from ancient religions, the all-seeing eye is the one thing to look for. You can even see it on the back of an American $1 bill. Other symbolism is very present with these people. In Washington, D.C. alone, in fact, the entire section is a large-scale Illuminati symbol. Not only that, but the Illuminati also control many parts of other industries: the media, banking and businesses, military and intelligence agencies, politics, education, and for the longest of time, religion. Each of which holds a direct route to the human subconscious, so that those affected will agree to their terms. In fact, it's not that hard to back up the reasoning why each industry is used by the Illuminati. Starting with religion, given that it is probably the longest running tie the Illuminati possess, in modern era, religion is losing power that it held ages ago. The most probable conclusion to that factor is the fact that people are just fed up with the constant violence that emerges from a religious-based argument. Given that truth, a new front for the religious industry of the Illuminati has allowed for their ideals to emerge. The fanatics that emerged because of the dwindling religious support. Fellow paranormal enthusiasts may know how it feels more than anyone else when it comes to dealing with religious fanatics. Anyone who uses religion to place themselves above other people, who goes against their will, acts as if they were God themselves, and start claiming that all who disagree will be sent to hell. The sensitivity of Islam and the various riots that have been caused because of it, such as the one over an internet video, is also being used by the Illuminati because they believe that their faith will not allow them for that. They believe the Islamic faith will not allow for the Illuminati ideals to be agreed upon, which makes the target on them much bigger. In fact, there was already a target placed on Islamic nations for the oil that they control. The reasons why will emerge later on in the program. The next major pursuit of the Illuminati would be politics. It is a tricky field to withhold, as it has changed and will most likely continue to change over the course of history. The major grasp of politics that is held is not because of a takeover, and it is not because of buyout like you see with some companies today. Politics is acquired by nothing more than world leaders joining the cause back in the early days of the Illuminati. But at the start, ties were closely wound with religion. In the beginning, it is rumored that someone managed to get word about the Illuminati plans and expose them as a Luciferic agenda. This moment allowed for an epiphany to occur that in order to take over the influence of mankind, they would need to take over what they worshipped most. It is said that agents of Illuminati made their way through the ranks of religious leaders, even allowing for some holy texts to be rewritten to suit their needs. Not only that, but it would allow for the spread of ideals through the religious population. As time went on, people of power became interested in the Illuminati, as it was an image of even more power. By rising in politics and the use of subliminal messaging, we run who really wins the presidential election. And by the rise of politicians, that gives Illuminati the hierarchies the power of what happens with the nations, especially in times of war. An interesting thing to the political uprising is that only one president of the United States was not related to the rest. The next ideal is that the most powerful is a hold on education. The Illuminati arranged the educational infrastructure so that they could wield the minds of children into obedient subjects. And by controlling how a child learns and develops, they could hide necessarily information that could serve as a warning to what they have planned for the coming times. Ever get the feeling that what you were taught in school wasn't the full picture? Well, there might just be a reason for it. Notice how certain events are not taught in school? Ever notice how children don't know about certain historical events that everybody should know about? JFK, for example? Now, because of the way these are written, this brings me to the next round of Illuminati preparations for the public, the media. By controlling what we watch, they can control the unconscious mind through subliminal messaging. And by doing this, they can promote the attitudes towards subjects desired to make the plan flow much easier. Plus, with the news outlets, they can control what information the public receives. Think about it. Before the 9/11 terrorist attacks, there were several movies completely unrelated to each other that happened to show various imagery of what happened that would serve as a warning to the public. These attacks, as well as many wars, were orchestrated to show the people that the Illuminati needed chaos in order to restore their desired order. But dig in deeper and you will find something interesting. In the music industry, you see a lot of more satanic symbolism than anything else associated with the Illuminati. Several of our hit stars will actually come out and admit they sold their soul to the devil so they can gain that fame quickly. And that is not all. The Illuminati story is also worked into popular video games. Again, all for the effort of adjusting society to agree to their rule. That is why they want to control the internet. That is why they want radio shows to be closely monitored. That is why they want more security. And that is why they want more surveillance on people. To further adjust the masses and to eliminate those who go against their ruling. Which brings me to the most well-known branch of the Illuminati, military and intelligence agencies. This is the vital part of the Illuminati projects, as military weaponry has allowed for enough intimidation towards those who stand in their way. Places where oil is exported in large amounts are a particular high target due to the fact oil is a very valuable resource in our modern age. They say that once they control it, the Illuminati will then spread it out in the proper ways. In fact, spy drones are being flown over the U.S. soil to monitor each and every one of the population. They try to use this as an excuse to look for terrorists, but that's just a cover. That is not all they do. They tap into your phones. They search your computer records. Hack every accessible camera in the world just to watch you. But it is not enough. So what they're wanting to do is put chips inside every human being. And the excuse they use for that would be to track any medical issues that the person may hold, which, given, would be a very valuable resource. Probably save a lot more lives. But another thing they can do with it is track the whereabouts of a single person like they would track a lost dog. And if you deny this, or if you reveal too much information, then they will step in. When the Great Impact was made, technology for our advanced weaponry that we possess today was given to our government and put into use at secret military bases to give the United States the upper hand in combat. Hidden units, most notably known as the MIB, were created by infusing the DNA of alien greys to create emotionless agents that are masters at intimidation to silence whoever came out about their experience with other races. And if that doesn't work, the MIB have been authorized to kill. It is very possible that they killed JFK after he threatened to expose secrets of UFOs to an enemy of the Illuminati. It is said that the Illuminati are also the ones responsible for the deaths of several iconic stars that tried to speak out about their work. Now they also carry out plans made specifically for each victim so that there will be no trace of who really ended their life. The most common denominator is that all the deaths are made to look like suicides. In fact, military research has allowed places like HAARP and uses of chemtrails to work the weather so that it would become a weapon at their disposal to reduce the population to a more controllable size. Speaking of which, we need to talk about one more of the most important Illuminati resources: money through banking and businesses. They are the ones that are in control of the world currencies, which have allowed for this symbolism to be seen almost daily. They are the ones in charge of a majority of our businesses, which make things a hell of a lot easier. You see, what we are taught in school is that each world government is responsible for printing money. This is not a case, allegedly. It is said that when the government needs money, they ask their superiors in the Illuminati. Now, this money that they get is printed as a loan, and then through various taxes, the loan is slowly repaid. Ever notice how, as the national debt counter rises, so do the taxes? The money is also funded for military research, with only a very small fraction of it being put back into the population. With the constant rise of technology, the Illuminati even utilize the growing cancer rate and other various diseases as a form of population control. And if that doesn't work, they have instated FEMA camps run by U.S. Marines that have been trained as cold-blooded murders through the various civilian attacks in countries we have been at war with. Now, back to the idea of the population control. With fluoride actually reducing the IQ of those infected by it, their higher brain functions are harder to reach, so the lower levels of mental activity take over, which includes sexual reproduction, in which this supports the idea that stupid people tend to breed more than intelligent people. This would cause more population that would be easier to wire towards the Illuminati goal. Yet, they want to reduce it to a much easier level to control. See the paradox here, people? Another thing they want to instate is that there are more of them than there are of us. They want to place the illusion that we are outnumbered, so we will not fight. But don't worry, my friends. There is a rumor going around that our friends from the stars have been taking action. It even looks this way since the London Olympics were supposed to go nuclear. Truthfully, I hope that someone is trying to look out for us, because I believe that because of my speaking out about the Illuminati, I may have made myself a target. About a week ago, one of my YouTube videos had been taken down due to a copyright claim placed by someone responsible for the Olympics. The video in question was from a Bigfoot investigation I conducted last year. Shortly after this claim was made, the video was taken off. And the exact area where the video was taken, where I have personally met a juvenile Bigfoot and its mother, was set on fire, with still unknown causes. Why am I concerned? It is the fact that these creatures were once teachers of our ancestors, but they were pushed into hiding because of religious torture. Religious torture brought on by Illuminati members. If the space Bigfoot, or whatever we should call them, are one of the members that tried to teach us, then that fire just may be a sign of a war that is going on. Now, wonder how Nostradamus points to all of this? He saw everything that happened and wrote his prophecies as a warning. Now, the reason he wrote them like he did is to avoid being accused as a witch.
Good job, Mr. Franson. It looks like you have done your homework.